What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of my rock review. I know it's been a while since I've done one, so better late than never. The album I'm about to review tonight is The Doors' self-titled eponymous debut album, released in 1967 on Elektra Records. Shout out to my boy Ronnie Collier. He wanted me to review this album a couple of years back. Sorry, I'm just getting into this right now. I've just been so caught up with a lot of reviews and shit. But anyway, for those of you who don't know who the Doors are, they're a rock group based off LA. I mentioned them a couple of times on this channel. Check out my top rock bands of all time list. They formed they met in like '67 when Jim and Ray they were students in UCLA and shit like that, and so they had a common interest in like meditation and music. And Ray was in a band called Rick and the Ravens, where his brothers Rick and Jim and stuff like that. While John Densmore was the drummer, was playing with the Psychedelic Rangers. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Members include Jim Morrison, Ray Manzarek, Robbie Krieger, John Densmore. Forgot about that. My B. So in May '67, Ray's brothers left the group, and so they got Robbie Krieger and stuff like that, and that's how the lineup changed and stuff like that. So they started performing in LA clubs, most notably the Whiskey A Go Go. And in 1968, they got spotted by Elektra Records president Jack Holzman, and he liked how the group sounded and shit like that. And so they signed a label. They did this whole album in a week. Right after that, they filmed a promotional video for Break On Through the Other Side, which is playing in the background as we speak. And so this album came out. Okay, Jim Morrison's on vocals. Definitely one of the greatest frontmen of all time. Rest in peace to him and Ray Manzarek. I love the fact he incorporated spoken word into his music. Kind of influenced me a little bit. Ray Manzarek, he's definitely made the sound because they didn't really have like a bass player, so they used the organ for a filter and stuff like that. So they were like really one of the only groups to do that, and that's why the sound was just so sinister and shit. Robbie Krieger on guitar, John Densmore on drums, very solid musicians in their own right. Okay. Um, Album came out with two singles. To be real with you, give me a sec. Yeah, which is Break On Through the Other Side and Light My Fire. Producers include Paul A. Rothchild. He produced the whole project. And aside from producing his work, him producing for the Doors, he also produced it for Janis Joplin, her final album, Pearl. The album I definitely do need a review on. Classic album right there. But yeah, so this is the cover of the album. Definitely has that very psychedelic edge to it, shit like that. This is them right now. And it's not really no like liner notes or nothing like that, so yeah. Let me see this. This, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the 40th anniversary. No, wait, let me double check. It's a reissue. I don't exactly know which reissue this is, though. But yeah. So this album contains 11 songs, so yeah, you guys know what I'm about to do. Track number 1, Break On Through the Other Side. Love, 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 love that song. Definitely a classic rock song. It's kind of ironic because this was like their first single, and it was like one of their lowest charting songs because it peaked at only number 126. But it became like this like a cult surrounding over it. Um, Elektra Records actually edited the line that she gets high and stuff like that in many of the reissues and original album versions. So if you really hear closely, you hear Jim just saying she gets about 4 times before he lets out a final wail and shit. So I thought that was pretty interesting and shit. Every time I hear that song, I just picture like driving down like highway and stuff like that. Sunglasses on a hot summer day. So Love that song. Then we get to Soul Kitchen. Um, this song kind of had like a little backstory. I believe Jim Morrison wrote that song about this restaurant he liked to go to and stuff like that. So cool. That's a very cool song. Track number three, The Crystal Ship. Um, Now the meaning of the song has been tossed around a couple times. A lot of people think it was a love song to one of Jim's girlfriends, but at the same time, it has like a lot of imagery throughout the whole song, so a lot of people can't really pinpoint what the message is. Anyway, whenever I hear that song, it definitely sounds like a 70s progressive rock song. Just by the way it was produced, its heavy use of like a piano and the reverb on the piano to create like this surrealistic vibe to it, and that's probably the reason why I like this song and stuff like that. So yeah, 20th Century Fox is the next song. That song was okay, to be real. Alabama's song "The Whiskey Bar." That song was a cover of an old English standard, pretty cool. Next song is "Light My Fire," which is hands down my favorite song off this album. Um, yeah, this song is definitely the Doors' signature song. Um, it was originally a Robbie Krieger composition, but like Jim Morrison, he took over. He started writing the second verse and shit like that, and you can really tell because the first verse is like more straightforward, but when the second verse comes, it gets like how Jim songwriting is and shit like that. So yeah, this is one of the songs where everything just comes together from the organ to the vocals to the guitar. Um, Definitely John Densmore did his thing with this project. Love the song, love his drumming on that song, and of course the organ and the break and shit like that. Come on, man, like what more can you ask? Then we get to Backdoor Man, which is a Willie Dixon cover. That song was okay too. Not really too crazy about that one. Then the next song is "I Look to You." That's Jim Morrison's song all the way. Vocally, he just took that song to another level. Next song is "End of the Night." Now I have to be real with you guys. When I heard this album and I originally planned this review, I've actually shot a review of this album, and I kind of said that "I Looked at You" and "In the Night" were some of the weaker tracks off the album. But after that video fucked up, I re-listened to the album, and I actually think "End of the Night" is definitely one of the strongest tracks off the album. To be real, it kind of grew on me because he wrote that with the breakup with one of his girlfriends, and I believe what I got from this song. No, no, no. Scratch it. That's the wrong song. Wrong song. What I got from the song is taking life the way it is and stuff like that, and like live life basically. So I definitely feel that's definitely one of the Doors' most slept on songs. And plus, this is like one of the most trippiest songs off the whole project. So, if not the trippiest. Take It As It Comes is the next song. This definitely follows a theme with End of the Night, where he was definitely influenced by like his meditation teacher and just how accepting life on his own pace. Then we get to the end, literally the end, which second favorite song off this album. What can I say about the end that has not already been said before? It's a very cool song, very psychedelic, dark space rock, and shit like that. And the song has themes about his parents. He said we talking about his parents, and his like imagery throughout the whole song. And the live performances of the song was so dope that like I remember reading up on the song where 1966 performance in particular had Jim Morrison didn't show up for a Doors gig, and the Doors played the first set without him. So after that set, they had to get Jim back so he could perform the end. And basically, he was just yelling, "Father, I want to kill you. Mother, I want to fuck you." And the crowd just went nuts. And although the band was fired, that was actually like the performance that got them notified by the Elektra Records president. So yeah, and yeah. So overall, this is definitely one of the greatest albums of all time. A psychedelic rock classic. Definitely one of the Doors' best albums. A lot of people kind of say this is their best, but I kind of disagree because my favorite album is definitely L.A. Women. Yeah, it's L.A. Women and shit. Then Strange Days. After Strange Days, I'll definitely say Morrison Hotel. Then I would probably put this album. But yeah, but the Doors never dropped a bad album, in my opinion. Some albums are just better than others, but we'll get to that another day. Definitely loved how dark this whole album was, and just how free it sounded. Like this album, if you listen to the album, it'll definitely transport you back to like the whole 1967, you know, the whole hippie era. Yeah, so very cool album. Love this album to death. Yeah. The Doors, self-titled, must have. Peace.